Meeting called to order. Please rise to salute the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call of members, please.
Councilmember Southwick. Councilmember Maury.
Here.
Councilmember Moore.
Aye.
Supervisor Trombley.
Aye.
And Councilmember Hunter is absent.
Okay. First order of business, approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. And I have notes from Supervisor Hunter. If I'm reading them right, it looks like there was something to do with the amendment in chapter 124 water. I don't know if it was a misspelling. It's not clear, but we can look at it later if you want before we post it. I couldn't find it. Of course, I only spent 5 minutes just for a meeting trying to find it. I can't find what I was referring to. So if anybody, you couldn't find it either? Okay. So maybe we're just misunderstanding his note. I'll talk to him in the next couple of days, just to be sure, but I would recommend we approve it as presented, because I can't find that correction.
If there was a change later on, Julie, we could amend the approved minutes, there's no problem, right?
Yes.
So,
If we find that, yes.
yeah, if we find it.
I agree. We have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you, and a second? Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Presentations of petitions, communications, and general question period. Welcome. So we have 2 people here in the gallery.
You can go first.
Please state your name and address.
My name is Champlain. I live in the village of Champlain. So I understand that there has been some, I don't know if they're concerns, but questions in the community regarding the Champlain Water Board. So I am here not as a village board member, but as a water board member to give the public some overview as to what the water board does, what our responsibilities are. The water board was created as a requirement from the IMA when the water project was started. It is a 5-person board, 3 members from the village, 2 members from the town. We are, and I cannot emphasize this enough, we are strictly an advisory board. We do not tell the village or the town what to do with their money. We have no control over that. We give recommendations based on the facts that we are giving from the financials. A report is done by October, giving our recommendations to both municipalities. Basically, recommendations of, we think that if a water meter was installed somewhere, this could help alleviate or capture some of the lost water that we don't know where it's going. So we can give recommendations like that. We can give recommendations on what we think the water charges should be. Or maybe you need to raise your service charge, and we do the same for the town. But they're just strictly recommendations. A couple other things that we do is that we assess, based on the tax roll, we do our EDU assessment, which then is, once that report is created, it goes into a large spreadsheet and it comes up with the figures based on calculations as to what the town's O&M is going to be and what the debt repayment schedule will be for the town and for the village. It also goes, again, with the O&M We are provided with, financial statements from the town and the village. It is a very time-consuming process to do the EDU report. My EDU report is about, 100 pages long. And it's line item by line item, it's very consuming. The other thing that I also wanna say, I did the same speech at the village last night, is that not only are we strictly an advisory board, we are not compensated in any way for holding these positions, if you will. Nobody has a title. We're just 5 people trying to do what's right for the village and the town. We don't get compensated for anything that we do. And I would say to the public, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. And, we can alleviate some of your concerns or questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. I want to reiterate that this is a volunteered position. I've been there, I've been on that board. It's very time consuming. They meet quarterly. Just after each quarter's expense reports come out, they analyze the data. Then they, at the end, when it comes time to compile the report, they meet several times. The author of the report, which is now Kim, puts a lot of hours in. It's not an easy task. I worry someday when we can't find folks to fill that position. I hope we always have people willing to put that kind of time in, so thank you. It's extremely valued, and according to our agreement, it's necessary for the next, 26 years, I think? 25 years? Yeah, so hopefully we can keep that. I don't think that Kim's gonna stay that long. Thank you. Jody?
I think everybody knows me, I'm Jody Perrier, I'm your dog control officer. I thank you for giving me the opportunity. Well, I'd like to address the board tonight for 2 reasons. First reason is to give you the opportunity to ask questions about my reports, or if you have any questions about what is going on with dog control in the town. Second one is to address this potential law of tethering. The tethering law is, in my opinion, put it bluntly, useless. Okay, we have a law in New York State that allows you to tie up your dogs. This dog is controlled by ag markets, oversaw by the dog control officers, and enforced by the Clinton County Sheriffs or the state troopers. This law gives us the ability to check a dog, make sure that it's A, healthy, B, being treated correctly. That means its paws aren't frozen, that means it has a proper place to get out of the elements, that its tether is not too short or too long where it can get tangled up and injured. Any of these deficiencies in this housing, we can correct immediately. We can, I'll give you an example. I went to a house in Beatmantown. On Route 9, they have a dog tied out constantly. Went there, dog has a house. House is insulated. There's hay in the house, or hay in the doghouse. The dog is of a big breed that can deal with the cold North Country weather. He's chained, he's secured, he's fed well, he's in good physical shape. According to ag markets in New York State, that dog is fine. I put that down in my Beatmantown report, and I move on. Now, if I would have found that dog insufficient in any of the items I just mentioned, I would work with the people to try to correct it. If they refuse to correct it, or if I deemed it immediately necessary, I contact the Sheriff's Department or the state troopers. The officer gets a warrant from the court. Court seizes that dog. I take control of that dog. I bring it to either a vet or the SPCA so it can receive treatment. That law works. Having a patrol officer or a state trooper or a DCO sitting in somebody's yard counting hours because their dog's been tied up doesn't work. Depending on people who file complaints and then showing up in court to back up those complaints doesn't work. Is there anything I can do to clear up what I've been talking about, the law that is being proposed, it's a great thing on paper. And it's what everybody's heart should be if you own a dog. Unfortunately, in reality, it doesn't work. Essex County has one on paper, they try to enforce it. Contact the Essex County Court and see how many times somebody's been fined, or their dog's been seized. The answer is 0. They're warned, people go out and fix it, and then they hide the dog. They hide it in the backyard, they move it away from the person who complained, so nobody sees it. So that dog is right back to where it was. But this time, probably the owner is upset, so it's probably not treated as well. If you force somebody to keep a dog in a house, I can guarantee you that dog is gonna be put in a corner and probably kicked at and yelled at a lot because the owner doesn't want him there. Not to mention the dog might not want to be there. You get breeds like Huskies, St. Bernards, Shepherds, Collies, heavy coated dogs. They love it outside. Even in 30-degree below weather. They will go outside and they will play, and when they're ready to come back in, they will. So, that's my little speech about the tethering law. I'm basically looking for somebody to give me, or if you have questions, I can answer them. Help you understand.
I just want to add that we had invited Janet
Clear.
Coyer, thank you. Janet Coyer from Ag and Marks to be here tonight. She was unable to attend because she was ill. But I was hoping that that would give the board more information on how the state, has controlled this law all these years. So thanks for that side, Jody. I think we're all sitting here because we probably are animal lovers and we'd like to try to do something. And I'm not saying that we're not going to. We all were provided with Jennifer's report for tonight. She was unable to be here. So we'll go over that. We'll try to gather more information and we'll make a decision later. But I'm in no rush to do this. If we're to do anything, it's gotta be done right.
Yes.
And it's gotta be where we can enforce it. The courts can agree to it. So I think it needs a lot of time and research.
It's going to take effort from the board to write the law. It's going to take the courts to say the law can be carried out. And then you're going to have to contact the local law enforcement to make sure that it can be. If you make this a misdemeanor or animal cruelty charge, it's beyond my abilities to prosecute. I can call the sheriff's department, I can't prosecute it. A great example of that would be K-9 Jack. We're all familiar with that situation. I was involved in that from the beginning, but when it came down to acting upon the warrant, it fell to law enforcement.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel that like I said, we have to look into it. I just don't feel that we can go to no tethering at all, which means then you're forced to do tethering by a maximum time period, and then you gotta figure out how you're gonna capture that, and how you're gonna defend it and enforce it. So I intend to look at this more, probably contact some of the other counties' contacts that she provided, so I can get my own documentation from them on what's going on, bring it back to the board. I don't intend to do this until the end of the year, if I did anything, because this is gonna be budgeted for next year. I can't be writing code every time I need to make a change in regards to that animal law, because we just did it. But we need to look at it closer. Does the board agree with that?
Sounds reasonable.
Okay. Thank you, Jody.
Anybody else have any questions about my report? Anything that you need to be clarified?
We're gonna get to that in a few minutes, but I think we've all looked at it.
Okay. Can I thank you for your time?
Thank you, Jody, for your time. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Okay, now I need a motion to, 15, perfect. To recess the general meeting and open the public hearing for local number 2 of 2024.
I'll make a motion to exit the public meeting and, no, excuse me, to exit the
Business meeting.
the regular business meeting and enter into the public hearing.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The public hearing is now open. This is on local law number 2 of 2024. It's amendments to chapter 124 water. Does anybody have any questions regarding the public hearing? Okay. With that, I'll welcome a motion to close the public hearing and return to the regular business meeting.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing on local law number 2 and return to the regular board meeting.
I'll second that.
Thank you. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, report from the supervisor. Good evening. Congratulations. Our NCCS girls varsity basketball team received several sectional honors that we want to congratulate them for. Section 7 League MVP, Bailey LaFountain. First team honors, Desiree Dubois. Third team honors, Lacey Roberts and Callie Racine. And Coach of the Year, Rob Guerin. Congratulations, our NCCS boys varsity basketball team were Section 7 champions. They also received individual honors that we want to congratulate. First team All-Star for Section 7, Jordan Brown. Congratulations to these athletes, Coach Guerin, and all coaches and athletes at NCCS to a great basketball season. Also, congratulations to our NCCS rifle team who received All-State honors for rifle. All-State first team, Alex Cohn and Holly Visconti. All-State second team, Cassidy DeRosia. Congratulations to these athletes and coach of the rifle team. The Town of Champlain online payment option for our water and sewer billing is online being utilized. Visit our website to make payments for water and sewer billing online for your convenience. The Town of Champlain Code Enforcement software program is now live on our website. You can now complete an application for building permits electronically and submit them on the website. The code officer will review the application, submit approval to the applicant by email, which will include a link to submit payment online. Visit our website, go to Residents, Building Permits, and Permit Application. For those who do not have access to the web, contact the code enforcement officer by phone for a hard copy assistance. The leadership team is meeting this month to review this year's joint youth agreement. As always, the 3 municipalities are working together to fund this invaluable program. As we all know, supporting the growth of our youth in our community is critical to the growth of our township. An update on our marketing initiative. I meant to run this by you, sorry.
That's okay.
If you follow our Facebook page, you will find posts relating to promoting our town. We're a Better Group, BBG, will soon be producing a variety of photo shoots once the weather produces greener views. They are now working with the current library of photos, which does not include all businesses, youth sports, and points of interest to market. As we move into spring, they'll be adding these to Google, Facebook, and our new Instagram page. Please visit the Adirondack Coast and NYMTL and North Country Good Life websites. I am very excited to announce that our town is listed and linked on these chamber sites. Thank you, North Country Chamber of Commerce, for your support and assistance. Report on projects. Comprehensive plan revision. We will be having our first comprehensive planning committee meeting this week. These committee meetings are closed meetings. However, there will be open public meetings held periodically throughout the process to gain feedback from the community. We will be posting the project timelines, meeting minutes, and general information on the comp plan on our website. Please visit our website periodically to keep informed. The Miramar properties. The 19 acres with the mall. Round 8 Restore New York funding opened this month. I am currently working with the owners and have secured their commitment to apply again this year. This is a partnership program between property owners and the town. There is zero tax dollars invested by the town. The municipalities are the conduit for the funding between the state and the owners. The 22 acres to the north of the mall that was submitted for housing. We are still waiting for funding for a feasibility study. This study is for working class, single-family homes. This is currently in the hands of Lake George, Lake Champlain Regional Planning, and hopefully soon I'll have more details to report. The Bob Venn Fitness Center project. We have revised the scope of this project to consist of an outdoor fitness center and double pickleball court. The basketball court will be in a later phase and a separate project. This was due to the requirement to balance the budget between the current funding acquired and the overall cost of the project. The budget documents have been resubmitted to DASNY for financial review. I have also submitted forms to New York State Historic Preservation Office, SHPO, to receive approval for the installation of these courts. This is required as the Bob Venn Park is within a historical buffer of the Dewey Tavern. Public announcements. With the setting of the clocks ahead for daylight savings time, this is a reminder to check your batteries and your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. It is a good time to check your fire extinguishers and review your evacuation plans with your family. And a reminder that the New York State burn ban will go in effect on March 16th and will remain in effect through May 14th. We just held an informational gathering for our seniors with the Clinton County Office of the Aging here at the town offices. We had a nice turnout of 18 seniors who attended and were able to get many of their questions answered. We wish to thank the Office of the Aging for this service, and most importantly, I would like to thank our Secretary Sarah Gagno and Town Clerk Julie Castine for their time arranging this event. Thank you. Rule Law Center of New York, RLCNY, will be presenting for estate planning and general legal matters for seniors. It will be held here at the town offices on March 18th at 11 a.m. So please attend. I think it'll be another worthwhile session. If anyone needs assistance scheduling for RSV and or COVID vaccines, you may contact us at the Town of Champlain office. We will assist you with the online process. And also we still have COVID test kits and masks available here at the town office. The next Champlain EMS and Knights of Columbus blood drive is scheduled for March 18th from 3 to 7 p.m. Please participate and give the gift of life. And again, it's at the Champlain EMS building on Route 11. The Knights of Columbus and the Catholic Daughters will be holding their annual senior dinner on April 7th at 4 p.m. This is free to all senior residents in the town of Champlain. It's always a good attendance. Please come. The town would like to appoint more alternates to the Zoning Board of Appeals and the Planning Board. Please consider serving the town in this capacity, as we need talented citizens of this township to become involved and assist us in moving forward. Please contact me if you have any interest, and I'll be able to provide details, and hopefully we can get more alternates signed up. And please note, I am in my office every weekday from 9:45 to 1 p.m. Please feel free to stop in, and I will be happy to discuss the town's projects and objectives with you. My door is always open, but it may be best to call first, as there are many appointments and meetings that fill my schedule. And thank you to all veterans and active military men and women for your service. And also thank you to all first responders, both paid and volunteer, of our EMS and fire departments. And also thank you to our police officers for your dedication to your community. Thank you all. Report from the council members. Councilmember Moore, we'll start on your side.
All right. I've been a little bit under the weather the last month with certain things, so I wasn't able to do a whole bunch. So I just
I'm
took it
glad,
easy and tried to return.
I'm glad to see you're here and feeling better.
Yeah, me too, and I hope it stays that way.
Well, we got plenty to do, so we'll keep you busy.
Okay. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Thank you, Councilmember Moore. Councilmember Southwick.
All I have to report is the planning board meeting was held on March 7th. The minutes of the meeting are enclosed in our little packet of information. Item number 3, one application for subdivision of a property was presented. It's located at the northeast corner of the intersection of Route 11 and 276. It will be divided into 2 properties, and the application was approved. The next meeting is scheduled for April 4th at 5:30 here in the town office. Should there be applications on the agenda. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Just so the public knows that once the meeting minutes are approved, after the board meeting, they are posted to the website also.
Thank you. Sarah?
Thank you, Councilmember Southwick. Councilmember Bory.
All right, I don't have as much as I usually do, so. ZBA, so Zoning Board of Appeals, the next meeting is scheduled for Thursday, March 21st. That's at 5:30 PM right here at the town office. There was no meeting in February, but we have one coming up on the 21st of March. You covered the marketing, it's great, so I just wrote down that spring, I think we're gonna try to capture images in spring. And I would say if there's anybody in the community that feels there's something that should be captured, let us know. We'll be more than happy to, take your suggestions. And you might know that special, beautiful spot within the town and you want us to grab it, so go ahead and let us know about what we should be capturing with Boyer Benner Group. Hometown Heroes, so we've exhausted or ended our application season. We're actually getting ready to review all of the applications for the 2024 banners, the new banners. And that's going to be, we're meeting on the 15th, the committee, and we should be able to approve all the paperwork, go through, make sure all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed. And we should have those in process, be ready to be hung for Memorial Day. So it's, and I want to thank Sarah for all the work that she does with Hometown Heroes and Melody Trombley. So thank you. Couple of things. One, if you know about anything that's going on, Supervisor mentioned some things, but if you heard right, we have our brand new Instagram page. So if you have something that you think we should be posting, please let us know. Same thing with our Facebook page. Same thing with our community calendar on the website. We want to remind the community that if we can help you, please let us know so we can get that stuff available. And I'll make a couple of announcements. The Rouse's Point Stars and Stripes on the Lake Independence Day celebration, they're having a fundraiser on March 22nd. It's going to be held at the American Legion, and they're having a comedy night. It's going to start at 7:30 p.m. Doors will open an hour prior to that. Right now, if you buy a ticket before the 15th, they're $20. If you buy them after the 15th, they'll be $25. And again, this is a double comedy show, so there's 2 stand-up comedians, and they're looking to raise money for the summer event in Rouse's Point. So that's on the 22nd of March at the American Legion at 7:30. Another thing that's happening right here at the town office, we're starting a little early. I mentioned this last time, but we're starting a little early with some food trucks. And we're kicking it off with Lightning Lardy, who's been here every year since we've been doing our food truck events. And it's going to be very soon. It's actually next week, March 20th. Lightning Lardy is celebrating 10 years being in business. And he wants to help you celebrate with him. So come and enjoy some food for the big anniversary. So this is gonna be March 20th, that's a Wednesday, right here at the town of Champlain. And it looks like he's gonna be here pretty much from lunchtime until dinner time, correct me if I'm wrong, Sarah, but it looks like he's gonna be here about 11:30 in the morning, and he'll be here till about 5:30 at night. So it's a full day event, which is also something new for us, to have it going on that long. So, again, food for purchase, lunch, dinner, or if you want a snack, anything, come on over and enjoy that on the 20th of March. Fingers crossed for good weather. Yeah, and so also Stars and Stripes, rpstarsandstripes.com is the website where you can find out more information about the upcoming 4th of July celebration. We have our parade form available for people to fill out, so we're looking for entries for the parade this year. The theme is American Vibes, so that's the theme. So take that for whatever you think it's worth, but it sounds like a lot of fun. We're looking for vendors, entertainers, volunteers, anything to involve the community. Come and see us. Drop us a line on the website, or feel free to come to our meetings. We also meet on a regular basis, the first Tuesday of every month at the American Legion at 7 o'clock. I think that's it. So ends the report.
Thank you very much. Councilman Bore, as always, good report. I have Councilmember Hunter's report in his absence, and so I'll read it off. Let's go your, there you go. Champlain Fire Department has installed emergency speakers that will allow residents or those passing by to contact Clinton County 911 in case of an emergency by selecting a button on the speaker box, and you will be directly connected to a 911 dispatcher. That's a shout out to Champlain Technology Group, Layer 8, and Harvey Electric for donating materials and time, and also to Champlain Fire Department member Chris Trombley for leading this project. All bids have been received and vetted by their board for construction of a new fire station. Groundbreaking ceremony tentative for April. That's awesome. Rouse's Point Fire Department wants to thank those that participated in their cornhole tournament. Their spring breakfast date of April 14th at 8 a.m. to noon is now confirmed. So again, their fireman's breakfast is April 14th from 8 to noon. They have no confirmed date or time for their spring car wash. Public skating and stick and putt times. It's at the Rouse's Point Rec Center. March 15th, 18th, and 22nd from 3:30 to 5 for public skating. March 13th and 20th from 3:30 to 5 for stick and putt. Rouse's Point residents, Clinton County Health Department is holding a 2024 rabies clinic in Rouse's Point on September 24th at the Rouse's Point Fire Station. Register at health.clintoncountynewyork.gov 2 weeks prior to the clinic. St. Patrick's Church continues to hold a food shelf for interested individuals on Wednesday morning from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And last, the Village of Rouse's Point election will be held at Halsted Hall Rec Center on March 19th from noon to 9 for the village elections. In regards to EDU report, there are no appeals or changes at this time. And emergency preparedness, the New York State has a website, which is https://511newyork.org/ to connect on issues regarding traffic, travel, and transit information, trip planning, ride shares, etc. Sounds worthy to visit and see what it's like. And grants, nothing to report at this time. And I'd like to add, it should have been in my report, but don't forget April 8th is the eclipse. Did you find anything out in the chamber?
The chamber is out of glasses right now.
Okay.
They've got some on order. I've been put on the list, but it doesn't look good because they're very in demand.
Okay, so I know that, I thought there was still some available on Amazon, but please get your glasses.
The
It's very-
Rouse's Point Public
important.
Library has some,
Do they still have some?
yeah.
So if you haven't got any yet and you try the Rouse's Point Public Library, check back with us later, just in case the chamber does come up with another supply. We were trying to get a supply here at the office for folks here in the town. But again, it's April 8th, and the totality is what, 325? 3:25 in the afternoon, so make sure and use your glasses
Starts at 2 though.
before and after, yeah, exactly.
Starts at 2.
Starts at 2, so don't be looking at it until full totality, and that only lasts 3 minutes, I believe.
And if I can add, it's once in a lifetime. So the fact that you won't have to go anywhere to see this, and it's going to be right here, this will not happen in anybody that is hearing this lifetime. It will not happen. So it's an opportunity for us to just get your glasses, walk outside. Even if there is cloud coverage, you're still gonna be able to see it with the glass. Yes. So, yeah, do not look at it without protective eyewear
Yeah, protect your eyes.
or the device.
I agree. That ends Councilmember Hunter's report and our little added for the eclipse. I'm glad I thought of it. Thank you, everybody. Report from the town clerk.
You have my monthly report for approval.
Make a motion to approve the town clerk's monthly report for the month of February.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, that'll- Sign this now. Here's your signed copy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Review of post-audit bills. And your abstract here. Any questions on the abstract? It's pretty steady as she goes, right?
A couple of issues.
On the monthly bills, right? Yeah. And then approval of monthly bills next. This we will need motions on. So we have additional bills. And I'll just read through the description of the amounts, okay? So the additionals are highway DA contractual, $85. Legal contractual, $100. Central communication, $31.04. Safety contractual, $37.99. And water repair and maintenance, $209.18. And as you can see, the description, that's for a water meter. So it's a total of $464.01. The original bill list totaled $62,638.62. We need approval for a grand total of $63,102.63.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the post-audit bills.
I'll second.
Any discussion, any questions on any of the items?
I think, just when it comes to this election payment, is that a partial payment? Is that the full payment? We don't know. That's a guesstimate payment then?
Well, it's from 2023,
I see.
so I'm thinking it's the full payment,
Okay,
but it's from the election of 2023, which is all of the election workers
I see.
that you worked for November. It's just taken them that long
I
to
see,
bill us.
okay. I wasn't, so you answered my other question. I wasn't sure if we paid ahead and then so they bill after the fact. Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
Mhm.
Good question. Anything else? If not, could I have roll call, please?
Councilmember Southwick,
Aye.
Councilmember Bory,
Aye.
Councilmember Moore,
Aye.
Supervisor Trombley.
Aye.
Got me.
now, so Billy. You don't have a copy? Okay, so we're missing that. I'll put-
He was gone on training and I never thought when he got back.
Yeah, he was gone all of last week. I'm sure he'll catch us up. Report from dog control officer. You have that. And you didn't have any questions for him, so neither did I. Guess we're okay there. Report from the highway superintendent. They've been busy, for one, getting a complete audit of all the signs, which is a requirement for NYMER, and also repairing and replacing signs. So you will see some bills coming in on that. He's not doing all of them, of course, but trying to hit all the ones that are severely faded or damaged. And if you see the guys out hauling sand, it's because they're assisting the town of Moores with moving their sand pile, because they need to remove their sand pile in preparation of putting in a salt shed. So we're assisting by moving the sand, and then it'll be refunded when the building is up out of our pit. So it's a nice shared service, trying to help out. Okay, it brings us to correspondence. Mr. Bonnie, you have Charter Communications, EMS report. Looks fairly steady. February was 125 total calls. And their average time for February is 1.75 minutes to be on the road, so that's pretty awesome as always. You have your planning board meeting minutes. I should circle that. You have the letter to sewer district number 2 property owners. You have any?
I know I was gonna ask a question, but I don't know if it's relevant.
Okay. Town of Champlain, where's the resolution already? Here's a letter.
We should have a county legislative letter.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Is that the one you sent us, that the one from the, is that the one from Lake Zero?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. I thought we had a copy of that in here, no? Oh, that's what it was. It was a letter from the Clinton County Legislative from Lake Zerlo in support of Sewer District 7. On that letter.
Do you want to take a look at it while you're talking about it? I printed it out from the
No.
agenda online.
No, does anybody have questions on it?
You want to take a look?
That's why it was in correspondence.
I read it online, so, yeah.
That was a nice letter.
Yes.
Very well written.
Very well written. Okay, so then that brings us to new business. Resolution number 19, resolution to amend the 2024 budget to reflect changes in expenditures during the year. Resolution number 19 of 2024, Town of Champlain monthly meeting, March 12, 2024. Resolution to amend the 2024 budget to reflect changes in expenditures during the year. At a meeting of the Town of Champlain Town Board held on March 12, 2024, wherein following action is taken. Whereas the Town of Champlain is required to amend the 2024 budget to reflect changes in expenditures due to an unexpected expense in a highway repair. And whereas this unexpected expense was a result of a higher than projected construction expense to replace the washed out Cardin Road Bridge. And therefore be it resolved that the Town of Champlain Town Board authorize the budget amendment as follows. A transfer of $225,000 from the Highway DB fund balance to the Highway DB contractual account. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the Secretary of the Board. Motion to approve said resolution as written.
motion to approve resolution number 19 of 2024, as read by the supervisor.
Thank you, and a second.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. Julie, could you do a roll call?
Councilmember Southwick,
Aye.
Councilmember Bory,
Aye.
Councilmember Moore,
Aye.
Supervisor Trombley.
Aye.
We should just remind everybody that we've had this conversation because we need the money to pay for the overages, because it's more expensive than we're getting money for.
Yes, and I gave you guys all a packet here from Department of Transportation. What we'll do next is, you don't need this copy, do you, Julie? Got yours? What we'll do next is, now we're gonna do a motion to transfer or write a check and do ACH to DOT. So that, we'll do that right now as a separate motion under new business, please. And what it is, if you just look at the first page on this, we need to send $211,000 that must be deposited to cover the construction and construction inspection costs over the capped Bridge New York amount. So essentially, we had $1 less than 1 million, so $999. $1 less, excuse me, not 99. And the construction cost, the bids, the low bid came in $211,000 over the projected expected amount. So being that that was the low bid, and the reason for that is primarily because this design started over a year ago, before the washout. The grant money was from the previous year, so you're looking at 2022 grant dollars, 2023 design, and now we have 2024 reality, right? I think that's the best way to put it. It's unfortunate, and it really stings, but luckily we have enough fund balance to easily take care of it. The bridge has to be taken care of and put back, and
They're expected to start, if I remember the conversations, it's April they're expected to try to start this, right?
that's what they're hoping, yeah. That's why it's important we get this money. We did have a meeting with them last week sometime. They are granting, approving the low bid without this, because they have enough money in that grant alone to do that, to warrant the bid. So hopefully, as we speak, the low bidder is working on a schedule. So hopefully after I take care of all this, we'll find out more details on a timeline soon. I'm not sure how soon, but with that, I think what we need is a motion to submit $211,000 to New York State DOT for these, the cost for this bridge.
I will make a motion to authorize the expenditure of $211,000 in funds from the town of Champlain to Department of Transportation. Is
Yes,
that correct?
that's right.
For the project of Carding Road over Beaver Creek.
That's perfect.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Could we do a roll call, please?
Councilmember Southwick,
Aye.
Councilmember Bory,
Aye.
Councilmember Moore,
Aye.
Supervisor Trombley.
Aye. Thank you, motion carries. Next one is resolution number 20, adoption of local law number 2 of 2024, entitled Amendment to Chapter 124, Water, Article 1, subsection 124-1 through subsection 124-23, and Article 3, subsection 124-39 through subsection 124-51 of the Code of the Town of Champlain. Whereas the Town of Champlain Town Board has identified the requirement to amend the Town Water Code, Chapter 124, Article 1, subsection 124-1 through subsection 124-23, and Article 3, subsection 124-39 through subsection 124-51, to add language to provide standardization and accuracy. And whereas the town board has determined that Article 1, subsection 124-1 through subsection 124-23 required additional language as follows. 124-1 definitions. Superintendent of the Consolidated Water District. The language of superintendent of the Consolidated Water District and town water operator are used interchangeably and are equivalent and are intended to have the same meaning throughout this chapter. 124-2, general regulations. Only town representatives or fire department members are allowed to operate fire hydrants or curb stops. Also, added reference to 124-23, notification of violation, hearing penalties for offenses, and falsifying information. 124-9, meter tampering prohibited. Added reference to 124-23, the notification of violation, hearing penalties for offenses, and falsifying information. 124-15, connecting lines, service lines to mains. Specified that at least 24 hours notice shall be given to the superintendent or employee of the town prior to the proposed date of such connection or tap. 124-18, new connections or extensions. Pipes and connections between the main and the meter shall not be covered until so inspected and approved by the superintendent or employee of the town. No new tap shall be made to a water main to connect with a service line, which is intended to replace an existing service line, unless the existing service line is properly disconnected at its tap to the main. The expense of such disconnection shall be borne by the property owner or applicant. 124-20, joints. No service line may be installed without facilities which may be used for another connection between the water main and the water meter. No T or other fitting shall be permitted on the service pipe between the main and the meter. 124-23, notification of violation, hearings, penalties for offenses, falsifying information, and civil penalties. Any person, household, firm, or corporation who is found to have violated an order of the town board or willfully and negligently, can somebody help me out?
Negligently.
Negligently, can't even say it. Excuse me a minute.
There's a lot here.
That one completely tongue-tied me. Okay. Failed to comply with any of the provisions of this section, regulations, permits issued, and ordinances hereby enacted shall upon conviction be fined $250 for the first time offense, and each subsequent offense will be fined a minimum of $500 to a maximum of $1,000. Each day on which such violation continues shall constitute a separate offense. And whereas the town board has determined that Article 3, 124-39 through 124-51 required additional language as follows. 124-39, permits, requests for service. Application. An application and permit must be completed and filed with the town water operator. All applications must be approved and a deposit of 10% of the estimated charges for services paid before any installation can begin. The cost of installation. All subsequent hookups to the town water system, inside or outside the consolidated water district, from the main to the consumer property line / curb stop, will be according to the schedule of estimated charges for services rendered policy. 124-42, backflow preventers and pressure reducing valves, PRVs. Where required by the town within the water district, PRVs will be installed and maintained at the expense of the town. 124-45, operation of fire hydrants. No fire hydrant will be operated by anyone except a representative of the water district or fire department for the purpose of fighting a fire or a planned firefighting training exercise. No person shall open interfere with, or draw water from any fire hydrant in the town water district without a permit from the water operator or authorized employee of the town. Hydrants may be opened by or on the order of any member of fire department for the purpose of attaching thereto a fire hose and equipment in case of a fire or for training purposes. Whenever a hydrant has been opened and used by the fire department, notification of such fact shall be promptly given to the water operator or authorized employee of the town. The prohibition in subsection A above shall not apply to employees or officials of the town or of Champlain or the village of Champlain when it is necessary in the course of their work to open a hydrant. No person shall deposit any building materials or other articles or create any obstruction as to obstruct free access to any fire hydrant at any time. The town reserves the right to remove and dispose of the obstruction at the expense of the property owner without warning. The town and its agents and members of the fire department accept no liability for damages caused to private property obstructing a fire hydrant at any time. No person shall in any manner willfully injure the curb stop boxes or fire hydrants. There's my cup again. 124-51, schedule of charges. Following descriptions were added to the table. Table of equivalent dwelling units, EDUs. Solar farm, medium scale, level 2, EDU assessment 2.0. Large scale, level 3, EDU assessment 5.0. Storage unit buildings, 1 to 5 buildings on property, 2.0. Storage unit buildings over 5 on property, 0.25 per building. And whereas the town board had previously initiated the adoption process per subsection 272-A of town law and introduced local law number 2 on February 13th, 2024. And now therefore be it resolved, the town board of the town of Champlain does hereby approve and adopt local law number 2 of 2024.
I'll make a motion.
Yeah, let's make a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 20 of 2024, adoption of local law number 2 of 2024, as read by the supervisor.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Other than my tongue tied?
Just,
And your curb stop.
yeah, just that spelling, the curb, and then
Yeah,
the bracket under operation of fire hydrants, right before no, the bracket's gotta come out.
yep, thanks, I saw that too.
And I don't know if it matters that it's a different font up on the, under joints.
Yeah, I noticed that, it's like Calibri or something.
Yeah,
I tried hard to put everything
it's pretty good.
in.
There's a lot here.
When you steal from places, that's what happens. Anyways, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Resolution carries. Thank you very much. Next for new business is approval of contract of agreement for CDL training. You should have all gotten a copy of that. Right here. This has been reviewed and approved by our town council, our lawyer. So this will allow the superintendent of highways, if he so chooses, that his best candidate that he wants to hire doesn't have a CDL but has all the other experience required. This will allow us to train them and make them responsible though for the costs in regards to, you know, it's a 3-year agreement or they pay it back.
Which is reasonable
Mm-hmm.
for the training you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's common with other professions.
It's becoming that way, yes. It's
Yeah,
been
it's
common,
been that way
it's been
for-
common in Rose's Point in regards to the electrical department.
Mhm.
That's where actually I got a lot of the ideas for this, was from the same document. It's quite different, but the promissory note was quite alike. So Rouse's Point had shared that with me, so I could build this contract. So I would like a motion to approve the agreement for commercial driver's license CDL training to be used if needed.
I'll make that motion to approve the contract of agreement for commercial driver's license, CDL training, if needed.
Thank you. Just for record, we'll say both Exhibit A and Exhibit B
Exhibit A.
together.
Exhibit B, yeah,
Yeah, there are two parts, right?
that's true.
And second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor? If there's no-
Aye.
No further discussion, right?
No, I think this is good.
Okay. And I say aye as well. Any opposed? Motion carries. Old business, revision of chapter 17. I have not had time to get that. That's gonna not be that difficult to do. I just, too many other hotter irons in the fire. We'll get to it. It's to me, it's not real critical. It's been looking like that for years.
They're gonna approve the water.
Yep, should work that in there. So this would be also under new business. We need to approve the water billing, utility billing. Almost 2.3 million gallons. I should have looked at the previous billing to see if it's, how it looks. But the water board will assess that as well, see if we're going up or down. I'll make a motion to approve the water billing as presented. For Julie?
I can second that.
Okay. Any discussion on it?
No changes, Julie?
And that's just the water billing.
Yes.
If no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Utility billing is approved. Our next business meeting is scheduled for April 9th, 2024. And Dorothea, did you have anything you needed to add?
Yes, I wanted to make a motion to recess, if we're done with the regular
I
business
think
meeting.
we're ready to adjourn, yeah.
And make a motion to enter into an executive session to discuss the history of an appointed official of the town.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Or did we get a second? I don't think I got a
Oh.
second.
I'll second.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay.
All in favor?
I think so we're gonna recess the regular meeting to go into
Yeah.
executive session. Okay. Yes.
Okay, I say aye, motion carries. You got that time, right? 3? I make a motion to leave executive session and return to the regular scheduled business meeting.
I'll second.
in favor?
Aye.
I want to report that there was no decisions made at the executive session, it was strictly discussion. So there was no motions, no decisions made. Any other business before the board for the regular meeting? If not, I welcome adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn our March 12th, 2024 town council meeting.
And second,
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And,
Thank you. See y'all April 9th,
Yes, day after the solar eclipse.
day after the eclipse. Keep your glasses on.